Hello, welcome back to part 5 of the all bosses speedrun tutorial. This tutorial is both the beginner and advanced routes all in one. And so if you have not caught parts 1 through 4, I highly recommend you to watch that before you watch this one. Otherwise, some things I say to you will probably not make sense. But without further ado, let's just get on into it. What we're going to do is, now that we fought both Green Ghost and Black Knight, Green Ghost and Redbeard, excuse me, we're going to go fight Black Knight. And so how we're going to get to Black Knight is really funny, because we're just going to pretty much just straight line it directly to him. We're going to kind of skip a lot of things in these levels, but we are going to collect some snacks because we have to pay a 200 gate right now. And beginners, you're actually going to want to kind of collect a bit more snacks because you have to pay a 400 gate as well for you all specifically, but your snacks will come at a later point. I'll show them to you as they become necessary. But here, I like to kind of just jump and get this snack box, and then get this one, and then basically just get all these snack boxes like this. Because these are pretty fast snacks, and then just make our way through Clamor 3 and then Clamor 4. I like to kind of hold down and then go across this back line, and then we're going to ground pound this guy just so he's out of our way, super smash him, then come back across, oops, and then we're going to B-dash like this, and then just run across the top, jump over this button, because if you hit this button, you will trigger, well, I guess I could just show you. If you hit this button, you trigger this very long cutscene. You don't want to do that, so just jump over it. And then we're just going to make our way through the hallway, just avoid the Geronimos, way, and then just kind of B-dash your way through the hallway into the 200 gate. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to hold upright, and then we're going to go over here, and then we're going to jump on this little thing. We're going to jump on this little ledge here. Sometimes this ghost can be in your way, which can be a bit annoying, but if you're on the good cycle, it should be fine. But I like to kind of hold like just down right into this ledge here. And if that's too hard for you beginners, you can just simply just go out and around, and then you can jump around like this. But if you do this, there is a cycle that you can make with a bat, and I'll just show that to you all in case both of you want to go for it, either beginners or advanced. What you do is you just B-dash through here, double jump, bounce off this bat, double jump again, hit that snack box, and then B-dash here. So fun thing that you can get 5 extra snacks for. And then we're going to simply just dash back here, and then we're going to float up into Cower No Tower, which is why we move Black Knight later on, because we can just take the shortcut and skip a ton of levels in manner. And now here is where we are going to have a major divergence in the route. So advanced runners skip way forward. You're going to want to skip way forward. I'll put the timestamp here. You're going to skip a lot of portions of the videos. But for the beginner runners, what we're going to do is that normally in this room we would do Black Knight early. We're not going to do Black Knight early here, so I just want to show you what you do if you don't do Black Knight early. So basically, once you spawn here, you're going to want to just B-dash through here and just kind of just go up the staircase here. Just try not to get hit by these things. And then from here, we're going to actually do a little shortcut where we're going to jump on this railing, and we're going to jump off this railing up here. If that's too hard for you, you can just go out and around, and we're going to go into Attic 2. So in Attic 2, we're just simply going to B-dash, and then we're going to just kind of slide down here, jump over these guys, because we don't have the plungers, and then we're going to jump up here. And basically, we are just going to go fight Black Knight in the intended way. And in Attic 3, we're just going to try to follow these snack lines. You can B-dash around that guy, accidentally hit him, but we're going to kind of just make our way through this level pretty straightforwardly until we make it to Black Knight. And just get this key up here, and then we're going to fall down here and just kind of collect all these snacks along your way, because again, you have to pay a 400 gate as well. So you're going to kind of be hurting for snacks, so you're going to want some extra ones. Here, your snack count just kind of just collects snacks that you think that you need. Because there are plenty of snacks along your way. You can you don't have to collect exactly the ones that I collect. If you are a bit lower on your snack count, but I just kind of recommend like just kind of like this, go across the top here, because these are kind of snacks along the top. Drop down and then jump over here, and then just kind of make your way through, just kind of prioritizing the snack boxes a lot. And then just make our way on up here and just kind of follow this snack line. And then this is the 400 gate that I was talking about. And essentially you still need 850 snacks here. So we're at like 650, but luckily for us, there are a lot of snacks coming up in the next couple levels. So I like to hold down right here and then get these snacks along our way and just kind of like collect everything on this floor personally. And then we're just gonna kind of make our way around here and then get the snack box and then B-dash here. Just be sure to B-dash up and around these guys so that they don't hit you, and you can actually make this cycle. And if you don't make that, you can just literally just try again. Here, just respect these things. You don't want to get shot and die, so just wait for this to shoot. You know what I mean? There is a cycle here where you can go straight through without getting hit, but generally I just like to just wait until they shoot and then jump across them like this. And then we're just going to jump out like this. We get these snack boxes, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a skip where we're gonna jump out and around here, and then we're gonna jump up here, and then we're gonna jump out and over, so we don't have to trigger that cutscene, and then we can just make our way into Dark and Stormy 2. I'm kind of over collecting here, but it just depends on your snack count. You can cut out snacks or add in snacks as to your liking. And then we're just gonna float up here, and then we're gonna take this carpet over with the worst camera angle of all time, but we're gonna hit this button, and this triggers Shaggy to come up here. And again, we're just playing these levels pretty casually. And then we're just gonna kind of just make our way over. We're just gonna jump over this guy. We're just gonna make our way over here. And then again, we're getting a ton of snacks here. You could probably skip the roof and attic floor now that I'm thinking about it, where I go across the roof. You could probably just skip that and just get these snacks. We're kind of getting a lot of snacks here. So you could probably skip that and just go straight through. But I didn't. You don't need to go up on him again. I just did that out of habit. But essentially, you just want to double jump through here and then make our way into Black Knight, where we will just fight the Black Knight boss fight. And essentially, if you don't know how the Black Knight boss fight works, you can skip forward. Beginners, you can just go ahead and skip forward to after we defeat Black Knight on the advanced route. And so you can skip forward to this timestamp here. Advanced route, what we're going to do is we're going to immediately hold up here. We're going to jump off this box, and then we're going to run up this side, and then we're going to jump off here, and then we're going to do a trick known as a BKE, where we're just going to double jump up here and super smash, and then make it to the top, like so. Now, this is one of the hardest tricks in the game, but it's doable. And then basically once we're up here, we're just going to double jump up here, and then enter the Black Knight boss fight. So the cycle that I recommend you to do is just jumping up like this on that box, and then aiming your head up and around this enemy, and then jumping up here, and then doing BKE. But we'll discuss this trick in a second. But there is another thing that you can do. This is technically faster, where you can jump up here, and then you can do like a little around the world turn on your control stick and make it up like that, and then do the trick. So I'll try to show that one time. I don't recommend this as it's pretty inconsistent, and if you miss it one time like that, you automatically start losing a ton of time. So I personally don't recommend it because it's not really worth it. But if you want to go for every possible time save, then it's cool. But again, I just recommend doing this because it's just highly more consistent, because you're probably going to lose a lot of time on the next trick regardless. So BKE. So you can do BKE with this camera shift. I recommend that if you're really good at BKE. But so how BKE works is that basically we want to roll from the down right notch in between the up right notch and the right notch. The angle of BKE and like how you move the control stick is way more important than the jump height. Obviously, we want a max height double jump for this. but the angle matters a lot more. But again, as you can see, the hardest part about BKE is that like a lot of times we want to be rigid in our stick pathing, but it's like one fluid motion that I move in between the upright and the right notch. Just watch my stick as I'm doing BKE here, right? You can see like how like slowly and smoothly I'm moving into these notches, or not even into these notches, in between these notches, right? You see how I'm moving in between them and how like smooth it is. And that's really what you want to go for. Obviously, you can jump past this railing to reset this camera angle. You can get a bit better of a camera angle, more comfortable, depending on what you want to do. But again, we're running off double jumping super smash, right? It's one fluid motion. Like it's one fluid motion, and that's the best way I can describe it. We start in the down right notch and just roll to in between the upright and the right notch. You can kind of science it down. You can kind of just go down right on the first jump, and then in between the upright and the right notch on the second jump into the super smash. And you can do it like that. You can science it down a bit more, but as you can see, I almost fell off that ledge. And you can have things like that, right? So I generally recommend doing a fluid motion, rolling motion as you do the trick. It's just way more consistent than if you go down right into in between the upright and the right notch. But it can be done. And if you fall down like that, you can actually catch yourself with the umbrella and super smash onto that ledge for a bit of backup if you fall all the way down. And then if you fall all the way down, you're just gonna have to climb back up, and that sucks. But yeah. And that's just the best way I can describe BK. And this is a really big thing to learn too, because it's about 4.5 minutes off the run. So even if you fail this trick for 2 minutes straight, you're still saving 2 minutes rather than if you were to not do the trick, right? You're still saving a ton of time, okay? So don't worry about it too much. If you miss it like 5-10 times, every attempt is around 5 seconds, right? So, by the time you miss it, by the time you miss it 12, if you miss it 12 times, you're losing a minute. And you're still saving 3 whole minutes. So don't worry about it too much as you're picking up the advanced route. You're just going to naturally get better at the trick as you go on. But again, a max height double jump, down right notch, roll in between the upright and the right notch, and you'll find the trick to be a lot more consistent. And then basically, once you get on this ledge, I always recommend you to jump off of it. And that is because sometimes whenever you land on the ledge, you just fall off like that, right? So whenever you land on this ledge, just be sure to jump off of it like this. And sometimes that can happen, which is very annoying. But when you just jump off of it, and then from here, you're just going to simply jump up and jump like that. And if that scares you, if you fall down or whatever, you can jump up and around, and then you can enter the door like this and then fight Black Knight. Okay. Again, that's one of the hardest tricks you're going to do, and it is what it is. And then with Black Knight, we're just going to come over here, trigger the cutscene, and then we're going to fight Black Knight as per usual. No tricks for this. RNG similar to Green Ghost. You just want him to get in front of all 4 of these buttons and just pray he gives you perfect RNG. So if you can skip forward to after I complete the Black Knight boss fight here. I'll probably speed it up too, but you can skip to this timestamp if you want to. All right, and so welcome back to Beginners and Advanced Routes. Basically, after you beat the Black Knight, you want to come over here to Velma. Instead of walking all the way around, you can actually just jump up into the cutscene trigger. And then after you trigger this cutscene, advanced runners, what you're going to want to do is just do a pause storage from right here, and then you're going to warp to Shock 2, which is just over here. So you're just going to warp to Shock 2. Beginner runners, basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to go into Tower to warp instead. and then we're going to go to shock 2, and then we're going to actually go to the end of the game, because there's not much else to do in all bosses besides go fight the final boss. And so now we're going to make our way into the Mastermind boss fight, which luckily is much easier to get to the Mastermind boss fight than it is a lot of the other boss fights in the game. And essentially, I'm just going to show the snack route that you would be running if you're on the advanced route. I have more snacks than here than normal, but essentially you want to do right side creepy 1. Beginners, you can kind of just go straight through and just, you know, make your way through this level. But generally you're going to do something like this, just depending on your snack count. Advanced people, beginners, obviously we're over snack, so we can kind of just steamroll through these levels. But here we're just gonna jump over here, and then if your snack count is particularly bad in this next room, you can actually there we go. We can single jump into these keys. If your snack count is particularly bad in this next room, we can ground pound this button and essentially go to the right, and we can get 9 extra snacks. But what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of make our way through, and we're going to do Shaggy skip, where normally we need to have Shaggy to throw us up into that key. But what we're going to do is we're just going to jump into the key like this and get the key. How we're going to do that is I like to initiate this jump from around where this piece of wall juts out of the wall. I like to kind of initiate my jump from here and go down right and then jump up like this. And if you're not getting that, you can kind of aim more down, like kind of in between the down right and the down notch to get onto this ledge if you're having a bit of difficulty with that. But then essentially once we land, don't hold anything, just reset to neutral and then just B dash forward, and then you're going to hit this key. And then if you're more advanced, you can kind of do RBS like that. And then if you are not more advanced, basically you can reset the camera angle. Like this, you can double jump like that and then do RBS. And again, how we do RBS is basically we jump on this wall, fall slightly, and then we double jump up here. It's a bit easier with umbrella, and we have a bit more leeway. But again, we're jumping on this ledge, falling just slightly. So see how I'm falling off the ledge before I initiate my jump like that, because if we fall too far, we're not going to be able to get it. And then if we sometimes we don't get the ledge at all, and then if we jump up like that, sometimes we don't get it. If we have the umbrella, it's a bit easier. Sometimes you can get it, but generally we want to fall slightly and then jump up, so we don't need to use the umbrella. But that is RBS, just jumping on that wall, jumping on this ledge, kind of like right here, you know, kind of like all over there, and then just double jumping all the way up. And that is RBS. Sometimes you get a fake ledge like that, which sucks, but just kind of make your way up like that. And then we're going to make our way into lab 1. And then as we get into lab 1, we're going to do another trick known as a Yolo Jump. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to float up here, kind of just collect those snacks, and then we're going to get over here, and then we're going to get on this, we're going to get boy on this railing here. And then I like to jump from basically in between these poles, and then float over, and then super smash up there. Obviously, if we miss this one, we die, right? So we don't want to do that. So just double jump, super, and then float over and super smash. Pretty straightforward. It's easier with the umbrella. Just jump a bit further up on the pole when you have an umbrella, and you should be able to get it. If you're too low is when you will most likely have a harder time of getting it, but it's a bit lenient, but just make sure you have a max length double jump going. Just like kind of a max height length double jump, similar to BKE for the advanced runners. And for the beginner runners, just try to jump high. Yeah, essentially. Try to jump high and long. And then as soon as you super smash over here, we're just going to simply just jump over here. Again, you can just go straight to the button if you want, beginner people. And then we're going to hit that button, and then we're going to jump off and down. And we're actually going to go into the bottom door or the right door. And this is because we're going to do a trick known as Lito skip. And Lito skip just allows us to get to the 850 gate faster. And so what we do for Lito skip is that essentially we're going to jump out, back, jump out and back, and then go all the way down here to the down right notch, and then roll up to the up right notch, and then just kind of double jump and float over here, and then get to the 850 snack gate. So again, just out and back. We're on this ledge, out and back, you know, double jumping out and back. So, you know, first jump out, second jump back, first jump out, second jump back, and then we do that twice, and then all the way to the down right notch, and then we can roll up and just kind of jump along this wall. We're actually jumping on invisible portions of the wall before we hit the snack gate, and that's actually how we're scaling around. So these aren't invisible ledges, they're actually along the wall. But you can also just kind of double jump and float all the way to the right instead. Like, you don't need to go all the way into the down right notch and walk along this wall to do Lito skip like this. You can kind of just like cut the corner, and you can kind of just jump off immediately and go over here. Just whatever suits your preference. And then once you're up here, you pay the $8.50 snack gate, and then we're gonna go fight Mastermind. And yeah, and so now we're gonna make our way to fight Mastermind. And this room we're gonna do a trick known as Shark Skip. So how Shark Skip works is that we're just gonna kind of just dash our way over here, and then hold up left on the D-pad, and then jump through the door. Ruffle. If you're having a bit of trouble with this, similarly to, I kind of like to hold more left and then kind of roll into it. If you're having a bit of trouble with it, should just create a save state closer to it. And essentially, if you're doing this rubbing thing like this, just come out of it and then re-enter it. And because if you're doing that rubbing thing, you will never be able to clip through the wall. But again, it's pretty simple. Just up left on the D-pad and then just jump through the door. And then now we are in Mastermind Unmasked 2, and we've skipped all of Shark Room. And that saves a good bit of time, and then we're just gonna skip the cutscene.
Ready.
And we're gonna just double jump, float over here, get on that ledge, and then trigger this cutscene as well. And then from here, we're going to do Mastermind Phase 1 skip. And how we're going to do that is we're going to hold up right on the D-pad and then just B-dash through like that. Sometimes you can get stuck on the wall. You can get stuck in the wall. I'm trying to show it, but unfortunately I am too good at this game to get stuck in the wall. But you can get stuck in the wall sometimes. Okay, I can't get stuck in the wall, but again, we're just going to hold up right on the D-pad, and then we're going to release the R button and clip through the wall. Personally, I think it helps me clip through the wall more if we don't hold the R button. It doesn't really matter if you hold the R button or not, technically, but I just personally like to not hold the R button, and then we're through. And so after you clip through, essentially, we're just going to want to go through here and just hit these buttons while the Mastermind boss fight isn't activated. And just be sure to check your health before you do that. Just make sure you have at least 2 health. There is health along both sides. You saw me collect 1, and there's one right there to the right. And here what we're going to do is that we're actually going to hit this button. We're going to wait 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to hit this button. And then basically we're going to come back to this button, we're going to hit it again, and then now we have skipped the 3rd phase of the Mastermind boss fight. Normally there's 3 waves of enemies, and if you notice, we just fought 2, right? And then we can skip through and then trigger the final phase. So again, we're going to wait for that to leave, and actually here I like to actually get hit sometimes and then set it up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just on the 5th second, just press B again, and then you're going to come back over here and then press that again before the lightning spawns, and then that is phase 3 skip. And then we're just going to, I like to just personally hit this guy. You can develop your own strategy for how you like to do this, but I like to just kind of hit that first guy, kill this guy a bit late, and then kill this guy whenever Mastermind spawns. And then we're just going to hit him into the electricity, and then that'll be the end of the run. Kind of an unlucky spawn, and then boom. And as soon as the zap goes, and as soon as that zap goes and he gets hit, that's the end of the run, and that is all bosses. Again, if you have any questions about the run or the route, just drop them in the comments below. I'll try to be active and answer them. And if you need more help, I'm sure there's a lot of people in the Discord that would be willing to help you out in this run as well. But that is the end of the All Bosses tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, that'll do for me. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, peace. Good luck with your runs.